And then again, because this is a very tight little, this isn't good, but my scissors I don't think are going to clip through all that. So this is not a good thing to be showing, but it's so easy to clip through your stitching. But you need to clip here, otherwise it won't relax enough to lie flat around the neck. So I would just put lots of little clips around here. Just be really careful. This is where you want really good scissors. And this one I might just put a little bit more. And you've got lots of bulk here too, so. So take your scissors, make sure you've got a nice right angle here. So gently poke that out. Do the same thing on your other side. And then we just have one more row of stitching to do, and that's we want to press this down, and I really want you to see what needs to happen here. So that's why we needed this part to be bigger, right? And still, the more you can sort of sew it in the shape that it needs to be, the better. So you might just want to put a couple of pins there to hold it into the, so when I sew I want to turn it into the shape, turn it into the shape. So this will show right through to the good side of my, so this is the inside of my garment. And so this is where you're really having to pull. And I find that it's always a bit tighter on these small samples than it would be on your real garment. So just be a little bit patient with that because they're tiny. But I always think if you can do these, your dress will be much easier. So that sort of thing. Now I like to sew it down so that your shoulder seams match like that. And I'll start sewing from the shoulder seam. Okay. Now see how you do there is a special foot that you can get. I don't know if you might even try if you have trouble with this one, we'll see how it goes. But because there's a lot of bulk here and then there's nothing here, sometimes the foot wants to keep falling off. So I find sometimes a zipper foot might help keep it all up on the thick part. But there's also a foot that moves. It's on a bit of a spring. So one part of the toe is smaller and the other part of the toe is taller. So that's, I might even have one of those, but I'll have a look for it if anyone wants to try it. I'm gonna just see what happens if I try and edge stitch it like this. Okay, so around from the shoulder seam, so if you could just go little by little and try to make that turn. I think that But I think you'll find that this one is a little bit easier to figure out than last week's. It's a little more straightforward. But again, you know, when you're doing your own dresses, Philip may have you make a back facing, and then you've got another facing hanging in the back too, which sometimes you don't like because